next adventure is a little different from our last one, which was hiking the Pacific Crest Trail. We're doing a long road trip. When I say long, I mean long, like to the other corner of our nation, to Florida. Linda's going on a cruise with some friends in February, and she could have just flown down there and flown back, but we thought, well, let's turn this into a road trip. And so we are leaving on January 5th from Olympia, Washington, and heading for the south. We're going to go across the country in the southern, as south as we can get to avoid snow and icy roads, making a stop at Big Bend National Park in southern Texas, and then on to Florida, where she'll take her cruise. We hope to explore some springs with our kayaks, paddle by some alligators, see some manatees, explore the Everglades, and then we'll plan on making our way back across the country, kind of across the middle tier through Tennessee, southern Kentucky, Arkansas, that type of territory. I personally have never been to the state of Arkansas, and so I'm looking forward to seeing some new ground. First stop on our trip was Monroe, Washington. We're here for 3 nights, 2 days to see our daughters before we take off. We'll only get to see one of them. The other one's vacationing in Mexico right now. Good choice since it's cold and rainy here. But we're here at the Thousand Trails in Monroe, which we've stopped at often. It's a good place to come when we're visiting on the west side. We've stayed at this park several times, many times, and we always camp here on the riverside. There's a campground over there, which actually has sewer connections, so I think a lot of people like to go there. But we like being over on the river because it's more scenic. In October, when we were here, we were treated to the sight of dozens, if not hundreds, of waterfowl of various kinds coming in to land on the river to spend the night directly in front of our campsite. We wouldn't have seen this if we were over with sewer connections on the other side of the road, for sure. Also, when the storms come, we're away from all these trees, so we don't have branches, or less likelihood of branches coming down on top of our rig. So we always choose the riverside when we stay here. Idaho yesterday and drove to Monroe, Washington, where we're camping for a couple days at the Thousand Trails, and then we're heading for Olympia. Once again, our good friend Rick has agreed to watch Stuart for us while we're gone, since we'll be doing a lot of things where he wouldn't be able to join us and we'd have a bit of a dilemma as to what to do with him. So Rick will be watching Stuart in Olympia. And they got along great the last time when we were on the PCT, so we think that's going to work out well for them as well. From there, our plan is to head south through California. Not looking forward to paying the fuel prices in California, but We don't want to be trying to cross the Rockies or drive down through Utah and Arizona, New Mexico in the middle of winter. So we're going to try to avoid the snow belt and icy roads as much as possible. So that means going down through California as far as Palm Springs area, getting on I-10 and then heading east from there.